Police Navi dickheads. Hello.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. If you're listening to this on Christmas, that's lonely.
Where's your family?
Ew, what are you doing?
We've never looked any better. Guys,
This is
this is
insane.
another one. It's crazy that this is an audio platform.
This show is just drag at this point.
This is probably the craziest it's been yet.
We are just doing drag now.
I think we've been in business mode and we've just sat down and gone, what's happening?
Yeah. Guys, if you aren't watching, I'll give you a clue of 6 o'clock, solve world hunger, tell nobody, 7 o'clock, jazzercise, 8 o'clock, dinner with myself. I can't cancel that again.
Where are you, Christmas? Why can't I find you?
But what will I wear? We are currently dressed as the Grinch and Cindy Lou Who, and is this our best one so far?
It's gotta
be, right?
It's gotta be.
This isn't. So Eden has spent the last 2 hours Grinchifying me.
You got Grinched the fuck out.
We were talking about this. This is like very close to maybe our dynamic on screen. This is about as close as you can get, I think.
Yeah, it is. It absolutely is.
Because Cindy Lou, everyone's like, oh no, she's an innocent little child. No, she's a little rebellious one. She doesn't listen to anything the Who's say.
To start to do this podcast with you, I trekked to the top of a windy, snowy mountain.
Yeah.
And you were in a cave. And I was like, can I hang out?
Yeah, the windy, snowy mountain was just small talk with me.
Yes,
It is as difficult
as usual.
to go up a snowy mountain as it is to make small talk with me.
I was thinking about this. You were actually really nice the first time we hung out. Like, I thought you were funny. Like, your humor was the same. But it's when you get comfortable that you really unleash this dazzling personality.
Yep.
But I'm pretty, like, I don't know. I think I'm a bit more normal.
This is, you've been pretty much you the whole way through.
What you see is what you get.
Yeah. Guys, this is our Christmas episode. This also a reminder, this is going to be our last episode for the year. We'll be coming back sometime in January, probably.
Sometime, yeah.
We're going to need a little break. We've just done, this will be like 61 straight episodes with no breaks. And then before you say, hey, Lockie, you had breaks every time you went away. I was still editing them.
Yeah.
I was on bus trips to Portugal watching Eden and April Clark say, this is the best episode ever.
I said that with everyone. I tell that to all my bitches.
I tell that to all my co-host.
Co-host is good.
It would be Christmas today. That's crazy. Terrible by us to be putting out an episode on Christmas.
Just so we know for the future, guys, if anyone does have any special requests for guest hosts in the future, let us know.
Yeah, I'm sick of talking about Osher Gunsberg.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
Done.
All right, hey, not interested.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.
All right, see
How
ya.
about that?
All right, see ya.
We gave you your award. I thank Star for the award. Just going to put it on my mantle there.
I feel like last episode for the awards we talked
My
about.
God, all right, hey is the Grinch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
But you know
also
what?
Mitchell Coombs is the Grinch.
Oh, no, Mitchell Coombs is the hot
Martha
lady.
May.
Martha May.
Martha May.
All right, hey is the Grinch and Mitch Coombs is Martha May.
Mitch Coombs would look like Martha May in drag.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go
The-
capture him.
Yeah.
Don't you reckon Mitch Coombs could kind of look like her?
That'd be great. What's the line she says?
Oh.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
And
that's...
she's shooting it. I think we
Yes.
talked about this on the last Christmas episode. Also, we need to do a side-by-side with the last time because the last Christmas episode was us sitting on either side of my bed with
Just
with
wearing
what
Santa
we
stuff.
could find.
I still thought we were doing it.
Look at this
This
shit
year
now.
we're giving it to them. Whether
Yeah,
they like
yeah.
it or not, we're throwing it at them.
Yeah, I think at some point we're going to realize, hey, this is not a good podcast. This is a great drag show. This is all you guys are doing. You guys are just doing anything you can to do drag.
Well, until we get that late night TV spot,
Yeah.
nightly,
Yeah.
live, we'll keep on annoying people by telling them what we're wearing. We're like a
Exactly.
weird, like, non-sexual phone sex hotline.
Huh?
Like, we just tell people what we're wearing even though they're only listening.
But it's like an arts and craft thing.
Yeah.
So
That's why I
this-
said non-sexual phone sex hotline.
What are you wearing?
We're just like, Lucky's dressed as a Grinch, and Eden's got a. Oh yeah, well we haven't really talked about my hair.
It's like, oh guys, can you? What are you wearing? Ooh, a Santa outfit. Why don't you take it off? Well, it took a long time to put on, so I kind of don't want to just take it off straight
That's it.
away. I've
That's
got
it.
prosthetics on.
Yeah,
I wonder if
actually-
my voice sounds fucked. Maybe a bit echoey.
Yeah, you've got some resonance happening. I don't think it does.
Cool.
I don't know. Who cares? Who cares? No I'm kidding. It's good. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to care about that.
Yeah.
You're a
But-
committed man.
But also, I mean, I'm Grinch, I'm painted up, I'm prosthetic up, but your hair is phenomenal. It is, there's no fault. It's Cindy Lou Who.
It's
Cindy Lou Who has the Vyvanse.
It is. It really is. This, I've really popped
Cindy
it
Lou
one
Who-
last time for the homies.
Cindy Lou Who touched my Dexies.
He's on and he's good. I wanted to say to you, so like I feel like last episode it was our wrap up of like the pod, and it was great to like see how the pod started and where we've got to now.
Yes.
How's your year been off pod?
Oh, off pod, it's been work-wise, really good year.
Yeah.
Yeah, smashing goals. Doing a lot of cool shit. And the cool thing is a lot of the work stuff that I've been able to do with, bigger names, like some of these artists that I get to interview or hanging out with Valtteri Bottas, a lot of them have stayed in contact and said, hey, let's do stuff outside of like a branded or,
Cool.
paid thing. So it's been really cool knowing that like, when I get the bigger opportunities, those people are like, hey, let's do that again.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. Travel-wise, awesome. Got to do a lot of traveling with Carly, which has been sick. Even when I was traveling, I was really nervous about posting videos, and then it turned out it was like my most successful 3 months ever.
Yeah. Because it's new stimulus and new inspiration.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like
It's good.
you're constantly in different places and new places. Friends-wise, it's been one of those years where like I've rewatched that Brittany Broski video where she says, I got to let go of things that don't serve me, and I'm going to leave claw marks on those things. 'Cause I love some of those things, but they don't serve. And it's been a big year for that. And it is crazy to be getting really deep about letting go of friends while dressed like the Grinch.
Who famously has a heart that was like,
Heart that grows 3 sizes.
yeah.
But yeah, it's been one of those years where it's like, okay, figuring out who is really there for you, who isn't, figuring out like what do I think I deserve to be treated as,
Yeah.
how much effort am I putting into people, and am I getting the same back? Are people trying to give the same back? So that's been really tough. Honestly, that's been a really hard part of the year.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I still haven't been able to resolve. So there'll be next year really focusing on just like, hey, you don't deserve to be treated like shit. You deserve to be around the people that love you. So that's what I'm going to try to focus on. It's so insane to be talking about this while dressed the way I am. It's insane.
I have going so quickly between like listening to you being like, yeah, and then like looking at you and being like, oh my fucking
I
God.
was listening to myself and I saw myself in the camera and I was like what? This is going to be really bad if one of us like,
What if one of us gets cancelled and it's on this episode?
yeah.
And
it's-
this is all over
'cause
pedestrian TV.
I was going to say, what if us just like one of us opened up? What if I opened up? I was like, I have 3 months while dressed like this. Guys, Merry Christmas. They're saying it's.
I'm gonna admit
terminal.
to a crime right now, just so everyone sees this wig.
Oh yeah, they'd be like, oh my god, that's crazy. But
Yeah.
what was she wearing when
Luigi
she did
didn't
it?
do it. I did.
Yeah,
Man, he's looking good.
yeah. I mean, everything that can be said about him is being said.
It's being said. It's
whether
done. I
people
have nothing
hate
to
him,
add to
whether
it, I
they
just
love
want
him.
to say that.
Yeah,
He's great. Just want to say, touching base. I think that's what we should do. We should never talk about him unless something crazy happens again. But every once in a while, I'll say, "What's our status on Luigi?" And we go, "Love." Just maintaining the status, guys.
Yeah.
Checking in. Still love him. That's it.
yeah. I was thinking, because it is the Christmas season, we obviously want to lean into a bit of the Christmas themes.
Oh, yes.
And what better way to do that than start off with everybody's favorite segment, a Fuck, Marry, Kill Christmas edition. Wow. And as you've seen recently in the as we've seen in the last couple of years, there's been a much more diverse Santas out there.
Oh, there
There's
has.
different Santas. So, Eden,
Yes.
with that in mind, fuck, marry, kill a white Santa, a black Santa, and a female Santa. Holy night, all is calm, All is bright.
Okay. Kill White Santa. Done. Seen it before.
Wow.
Old news.
Yeah.
This
Not going to be a white Christmas this year, I'll tell you that much.
this is the agenda of the woke left.
Yeah, the woke mob.
They want to kill White Santa.
Oh.
Actually,
what would be much better to do would be to keep White Santa in as an example of history.
you know what I'm not
Put
gonna-
him on display. I feel like everything I'm doing today is
Marry
breaking
Black
ground.
Santa.
Marry
Okay,
Black.
it's about time we had a black man in that position.
Yeah.
That's the Barack Obama of Santas.
Yeah, the Barack.
First black man behind the reins
Yeah.
of that sleigh.
We put a black man on the moon. It's time to put a black man in the North Pole. As you're getting down and dirty with female Santa.
No one's ever allied like this.
So you don't think a woman could do the job, really, is what you're saying?
No, I'm saying I want to fuck her.
That's messed up. Oh, so you only see, so as soon as a woman is in power, all you see her as a sexual object.
I'm just having trouble not seeing her as my property.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow.
One horse open sleigh. This week. This Christmas episode last year, I debuted to you Bryce and I's beautiful running joke, carols for the festive yet forgetful, which
Yes.
is very simplified Christmas
I
carols.
thought it was carols for the simple man.
It's both.
Okay.
It's evolved. It's now called carols for the festive yet forgetful.
Like these fucking carols would have any sort of rules.
For the simple man.
Yeah.
And that when I did the weird, so the sexy Santa was actually because Ella went to Reverse Garbage, my favorite place on earth. Basically, it's a bunch of garbage, but you can buy it. It's awesome. And she said, "I'm up here. Do you want anything?" And I said, "What is that?" She goes, "There's Santa beards." And I go, "Yeah, get me 5 of them." And she goes, "I'm not doing that." And I went, "Please." And she's like, "You're not going to use that." I'm like, "No, I'm serious. I will." And so she did. And then I was like, "I don't know what I'm going to use them for. I just wanted to see if I could get her to buy me 5 Santa."
How much were they?
Like $2 each.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's literally it's rubbish. You know what I mean? It's going to
Yeah.
be thrown out if it's not there.
Absolutely.
And so I was like, oh God, I have to figure that out. And then I got booked for a few Christmas comedy shows. And I was
Yes.
like, God. And so I was like, okay, maybe my idea is Santa. He's on his trajectory. He's delivering all these presents and he stays a little bit too long in Turkey and he gets some hair plugs. So I was like, okay. So I do that. And then I was like, what else do I wear for this? And I was like, I don't actually have a lot of, I don't know where my Santa pants are. And I was like, God, I can't wear much then. Oh no. And I was like, okay, no, wait. What else do you get in Turkey or that area
Yeah.
of the Middle East? You get a BBL.
Hell
so I was
yeah.
I'm cutting up huge foam things and I'm shoving them down into my tights.
So this is what I wanted to bring up because I was very confused because when I saw the story, if you haven't seen it, it's Eden in a red corset, fishnets, as basically a sexy androgynous Santa.
Yes.
And I remember seeing it and
body
going,
looks insane.
and you've got and I remember
My
looking at
legs are out here.
I was like, maybe I haven't objectified Eden enough because I don't think my first thought was, I don't think she has all that ass. I'm pretty sure Eden doesn't have that kind of cake.
Do you know the funny thing is
I don't think Eden's carrying that sort of wagon.
Do you know the funny thing is though? I couldn't.
And I didn't want to reply to the story either because I didn't want to be like, I was going to be like, hey, are you wearing, because imagine if I was like, are you wearing a costume? You're like, no. I'll be like, oh, okay. I remember because me and Carly were sitting there going I don't think.
I can't believe anyone didn't realize because it's I looked comically ridiculous. The corset plus the padding. I understand why drag queens do it now. It's so much fun. I look like an ant.
Yeah, it was.
I looked like I had a BBL.
Also, you did the angle of from up above. And I was like, is her corset? Because I thought if she's wearing a corset, she cannot breathe.
I mean, I also couldn't, but
Yeah,
it's just so much fun. I really like the way corsets feel though, because I'm one of those people. Do you like wear do you like when you wear a really tight wetsuit? It feels like a full body compression sock.
Yeah.
So a corset is like that, and also you can't slouch because you're the steel boning. You're propped up.
Yeah.
And it feels really good to be squeezed from every angle and propped up.
it just sounds like you want a hug.
That's exactly it. It feels like you're getting a hug all the time. Someone's cracking your back hug.
You're just oh, this is.
God, it'd be great to be
Guy,
held.
this is so good. I wish my parents put me in this sort of clothing. I wish my parents did this. Just sounds like you want a hug.
Man, my mum hugs too much. It's great. It's made me the person I am. It's made me the person in relationships that I am. But my mum and I, like, even when I moved back in with her in my early 20s, I'd be like, get out of my bed. Get out of my bed. Like, she'd just, like, come and be in. Is Danelle like that sometimes?
No, Danelle, she adapted. It was a point where I think I was turning like 16 or 17. She started dapping me up. She still has not learned how to do it. But she's trying.
Oh.
We do it, and now I still hug her, of course.
Yeah, no.
My favorite is my dad now, like, always shakes my hand, and so I just make a big song and dance about it, as if we've just closed a merger.
That's great.
I got home yesterday from Perth, and they were all at dinner, so I walked down to the restaurant to meet them, said hello to everyone, and my dad just, like, put out his hand to shake it. So I just gave him a big handshake and then patted him on the head.
Awesome.
Got him.
It's so funny, like, different members of your family, you're like a different level of, like, physical, like, comfort-wise. It's even between my sisters. Like, my sister I'm probably, like, closest to because I see her the most. We don't really, like, I don't hug her when I see her.
I'm pretty tight with all my cousins, but you know, it's always like when you're a guy and a girl, you should hug to say hello. Me and all my cousins, we now just dap each other up. I don't hug any of them.
But it's like my sister is like closest to my parent, like Brooke, the like matriarch of the family. Like we don't really hug each other, but I'd say we are probably like closest lately because I see her the most. But my niece and I, probably because we grew up together sleeping in the same bed. Like when I see her, it's like, it's not like we don't hug, hi, we go sit on the couch and I like wrap her up and I'm like, I'm not letting go. Tell me everything. How's your life? Yeah. And like, we just sit like that for ages.
What's funny, because even with my group of mates, we're all like, every time we see each other, big hug.
Yeah.
Every time we go, big hug, but goodbye. Christmas isn't complete without a picture with Santa and your family. But we know that as time goes by, we're all getting a little bit woker. So we've made sure to stay up to date with the times this holiday season. So get on down to Newtown Shopping Centre where we have the largest range of mall Santas for you to pick from and get a photo with. We've got disgusting cis-white heterosexual Santa with his sack full of privilege. We've got a jolly African-American Santa. Let's hope your 2-year-old doesn't stare at him for too long or it's going to look like your child is a racist. But if you really want to up the ante this year and prove to your pretentious friends that you're the most progressive, then try out our new range of extra alternative Santas, such as Lesbian Santa. Hook your carabiners together and snap a flick of you two bouldering together. For an extra $5, we'll capture the moment Lesbian Santa asks you to move in after hanging out for 10 minutes. Maybe try out Go-Go Dancer Glow Stick Party Twink Santa. In nothing but a festive red harness with some bells on it, he'll shake, shimmy and gyrate his sack all over you. Or maybe we take on Awoken Santa. He has all the charm of jolly old Saint Nick, mixed with the persistent third eye bullshit of your mate who does LSD every weekend and has melted his brain but thinks he's actually him reaching a high level of being. Snap a flick with Santa as he tries to tell you about how technically we're all one person nestled in the bosom of Mother Nature. This Christmas, give the gift of pretending you're better than your friends with our biggest line of woke Santas. Yeah. Hey.
What?
I was going to ask you about your favourite Christmas movies.
Ooh.
What are your top 3?
Okay.
I think we did this last year, and I think mine's basically the same.
Yeah?
Give me third. What's third for you?
Oh, well, actually, I didn't put them in a 1, 2, 3 rank. I put them just in a top 3. All of them are in the top 3.
I'm going to make you rank them.
Oh, God. Okay, I'm going to give you the most awful first answer then.
This is third?
Okay, oh no, third is like, then. Third, I was just going to say maybe A Christmas Carol, like Scrooge.
Okay, the Muppets one?
No, like Jim Carrey.
The cartoon one?
Yeah.
Well, have you seen the Muppets one? They did that, and Michael Caine is like the only human in the movie.
Love.
He did an interview where he was like, I'm playing Scrooge. He said, I'm only going to do it if I can pretend I am in like a serious Shakespearean play at the London Theatre. So if you watch it, he's not like talking to Muppets. He's like full on balls to the wall, intense acting. Like when they come to him for money in one of the first scenes, he's talking to them like it's the most dramatic Shakespearean play you've ever seen. He plays it with complete conviction.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Are all the Muppets in this movie?
Yeah, pretty much.
Is Janice?
The fuck is Janice?
Janice is the hottest Muppet. You know this Muppet? I want to talk about Janice. She's always like
That's Christina Aguilera.
That's a Muppet.
That's Christina Aguilera.
Is it because she's hot, right?
I think it's, they gave her the most realistic mouth and eyes possible because all the Muppets have like big googly eyes sticking out of their head. They gave her eyelashes and like actual anatomical lips, whereas the rest of the Muppets just like, it's like a slice, it's like an orange slice taken out, and their mouth just opens up and down, and they got big bug eyes.
Don't you reckon she's so like female bass player, smoking a doob, like?
She's Angelina Jolie's fish character in A Fishtail.
Yeah, but like in a cool, laid back way. Not
Yeah.
like she doesn't want you, man. She doesn't really want anyone. You have a crush on her. She doesn't really speak to you until one time she's like, "Hey," and you're like, and she's like, "Oh, you okay?" And she walks away. Like she's chill.
Jeremy Allen White,
You see her
middle-aged
once.
Jason Bateman, this Muppet.
Janice the Muppet.
Janice the Muppet, add it to the
Fuck,
list.
I love her. She's so hot.
So are you saying...
If you look like Janice the Muppet,
Guys, if you guys want to look up Janice the Muppet... If
I'll
you
talk
look
to my
like her-
boyfriend about us.
Yeah. I'll give you my 3 ranked in order.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, I have Home Alone.
Oh yeah, great movie.
Number 2, Love Actually.
Classic.
Always makes me feel
Classic.
something. Makes me feel something every single time.
Which bit?
Especially at the end when they're coming home through the airport and everyone's hugging and stuff.
Yeah.
And then... and all the stories are just so good. Number 1,
Yeah.
it's The Grinch. It's the greatest Christmas movie of all time.
Well, I have The Grinch as my number 2.
Interesting. Also, I watched Die Hard the other night. Not a Christmas movie.
Okay.
Yeah. I was always like, I don't care, but I watch it. I'm just like, that's subjectively not a Christmas movie.
Well, yeah, you were saying, okay, like, you don't care, because I was about to say I don't care, but I didn't want to,
yeah, no, I don't care.
You don't care?
Nope.
And it's just not?
It's just not.
Do you know what? I don't have no memory. I have no living memory of Die Hard. I'll say it. I don't care.
Do you know what's also the crazy thing? I watched it and then I fell asleep. There was still 20 minutes to go. And I don't care what happens in that 20 minutes. I don't care if Santa comes and saves the day. Based on how much of the movie I saw, it's not a Christmas. You could not turn that into a Christmas movie.
Die Hard. More like
It
Watch
was
Hard.
like an hour and 20 minutes of action movie, good action movie.
More like Watch Hard.
What?
More like
I was hard while I was watching it. Don't you
more
worry.
Like what? Oh, you ruined it.
I also watched Beetlejuice for the first time the other day.
Don't say that 2 more times. Sorry.
Whoever the woman is that plays Barbara Maitland,
Yeah.
that I'm in love with her.
Okay.
Whoever that is, oh my God. She's so beautiful. It's like she's the one who's dating Alec Baldwin in the movie.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like the.
Yeah. All right. What are your 3?
My 3. Well, the Christmas Carol, like the one with the Scrooge in it. Grinch, and I'm gonna say it. Polar Express.
You like that freaky little movie?
I love that freaky
That
little movie.
freaky little kid with the glasses. He definitely looks like he has snot coming out. He talks, spits on the side of his mouth.
Have you ever seen the hot chocolate scene in that movie?
Yes.
I think about that so often. Tom Hanks plays everyone.
Yeah, I know. But the Simpsons hot chocolate scene is better than that hot chocolate scene.
The Simpsons anything is better than the Polar Express anything. But I think the Polar Express is like a cult classic because it's so unnerving.
It looks like they didn't do the final render.
It looks like you're
Freaky.
it looks like you're playing a video game.
When that little girl starts singing all the songs, her mouth is like, you can't even see because it just looks like an animatronic. But
It's awful.
I can't get over
It's
that
an
little,
awful film.
can't get over that nerdy little kid. And also, aren't all like
Oh yeah.
when they get to the North Pole, aren't all the elves like weirdly like mean?
They're mean, and I feel like they're all kind of like Scottish.
I just remember them being like not nice. Like anytime there was a scene where it's them and one of the kids and no one else supervising, it was like, I think they're gonna fucking kill them.
Do you reckon Santa?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What were we gonna say?
Because yeah, I was wondering. But you agree?
But say what you're gonna say.
Is Santa running a sweatshop? Like, is it fast fashion? Is receiving a gift from Santa fast fashion? Riddle me this.
When you order something from Shein. You know what Shein stands for?
Do you know where Shein is?
Santa's house.
In the North Pole.
Everything in now. That's what Shein stands for.
Inns.
Everything in
2025. Shein.
now. Shein.
North Pole. Write it down.
Write that down for me. Can I?
I've got my sillies on.
While we're on that topic, I don't know if it's the topic or just the vibe.
While we're on that topic
Or
is
just-
a fucking crazy thing for this podcast to say, because I know there's a listener being like, You guys aren't on any topics.
You've touched on topics,
You skated through 70 topics while we're talking about that.
but just similar vibe to.
Well, sorry. Please go see the YouTube, guys. Sorry if you're in the car and you're like, I'm stuck in traffic. I'm not gonna. People told me that they watch this and they listen to this in traffic. How wonderful is that?
Guys, risk your lives. Turn the YouTube on while you're driving.
Everybody, beep your horns.
All right. Can
Sorry, please.
we get a couple beeps out there for us?
Beep for nobody asked.
Beep for nobody. But just on that general vibe, Todrick Hall. I discovered Todrick Hall yesterday while researching for this podcast. Well, I was trying to come up with drag names, and I came up with something, and I was like, this is something Eden said before, so I wonder where it's from. So I typed it into Google with my little Grinch fingers, my little gringers. Sorry, had a Red Bull. And it came up, I was like, there were lyrics to a song, and then I went and watched it.
Nails, hair, hips, heels,
That's
ass,
the one.
fat, lips, real.
That's the one, yeah. And I just thought, I
I
was
need
like,
more of that. I could do the whole thing, I think.
I was like, this is a...
Puss, 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 kim, cunt, bitch. I don't think that I'm one, but ooh,
those were the lines that I was typing into Google.
Yes.
So I just discovered that. So I thought we should go into our drag names, our Christmas drag names.
Oh, please.
Because I can show you how I got to discovering.
You have a
Hall.
Todrick.
Yes,
Okay, please tell me.
I've two. I've one. You're aware of like Christmas lore, like characters from Christmas and everything.
I know everything.
Okay. Krampus, puss, cunt, cunt.
You've actually lost your little mind.
Krampus, puss, cunt, cunt. From like Nordic mythology. Krampus, the brother of Santa, and he's evil. Krampus, puss, cunt, cunt.
That is really fucking good. And like, I feel like the smallest intersection of people are going to get it.
Yeah.
But it's
you need
so
to know
worth
like
it.
Nordic mythology about Christmas, and also need to know and be gay enough that you've come across Todrick Hall.
I have one. Oh, are you going to do all yours?
Now go for it.
Miss Lil Toe. She had a little toe.
She's a foot girl.
She's one of the feet people. I want to talk about. We've talked about feet people before, right? Yes.
Yeah,
no,
we have.
yes.
We shamed them. Along the same
Actually,
lines.
I backed him up, but
Along the same lines. Krampussy power.
Grand pussy power.
Yeah. I want to do like a group where they're all dressed up in like slutty balls and tinsel, and we call them the Hornaments.
The ornaments.
Mm.
You could write for like. You'd be a great Drag Race guest host.
I'd be perfect.
You'd be incredible.
Never
at it.
seen an episode. I'd be perfect.
Oh my god! One day, that's one of the reaction videos we're doing. We're watching an episode of Drag Race. You'll live.
Okay.
See. Okay, after this, we're getting onto the other.
Let's get through
We're getting
these
onto
drag
something
names.
else.
I've also got
Okay. Oh, you got heaps. Good, because I only have another one.
I got heaps.
I'm not putting bad ones in.
I got Felicia Navi Daddy.
Yep. Good. Very wonderful.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Okay, this one might be a stretch. Like,
Great.
can I say like brand new bicycle? Brand new bicycle.
It's pretty good. I get it.
Under the Christmas tree.
Hey, we can't.
Or like a brand new puppy.
Yeah.
It's a brand new puppy.
I had the Nutcracker.
Yeah, wonderful.
Obviously, someone in full Nutcracker outfit and makeup, and then giant 12-inch heels. Mm-hmm. Mrs. Claus, but spelt Claws. Exactly. Last one, Sleigh Bitch.
Sleigh bitch.
Sleigh Bitch.
Sleigh bitch.
Sleigh bitch. Santa's Sleigh Bitch.
No notes.
No notes. Solid drag queen names for Christmas.
Yeah, if anyone's... What could they possibly need these for? I'm not sure,
Nothing.
but they do.
I was thinking, have you seen those videos, like all those podcasts where it's like a dad and their really young child, like those podcasts where it's like a kid and their dad together, and the whole appeal is like, oh my God, look the dynamic between a parent and child.
Yeah.
And it's always like really cute because they're just like, oh, we watched Bluey the other day, didn't we? And what does Bluey say? And it's like the little girl being like,
Yeah.
Bluey or something. I
Yeah.
don't know. I want to see one of those, but I want to see it with like a parent and a kid who have a bad relationship. I want to see like an absentee father come once a week to the house to do a podcast, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
I want to see like an unhappy because there's too much wholesome kid and parent podcast. I want to see like broken home podcast.
I want to see like family therapy, and then they go and do a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want
visitation right podcast.
I want them to be doing an ad read, and it's just for like a removalist company to help you move your stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey guys, it's a big shout out to Tony's Removalists who came and helped me move most of my stuff to my new condo. It's more of a studio, but we appreciate them coming out.
Okay,
Tony's
it's a motel.
Removalists.
It's a motel.
It's a motel. I'm paying, so it's my parents' place. It's my parents' place. It's my old room. They turned my old room into a arts and crafts center. I'm in the basement. My parents are dead. I'm homeless. That's what I want to see.
What do you do for New Year's Eve?
Brother, we've talked about this. Nothing. I'm just going to be hanging out with mates.
Oh, yeah, true.
Counting
I forgot.
down.
Sorry, it's just only because my plans have changed, I assume, the world.
Yeah, what are your plans now? Sorry, I tried to shoo a fly and there was green fur flying
I
everywhere.
thought I might have been camping, but it turns out, so Bryce and I get back from Queensland, and then he goes to hike Mount Kosciuszko, and then I'm here until like in the nighttime of New Year's Eve. So I think I'm just going to go down the road. But New Year's,
Yeah.
do you do New Year's resolutions?
Yes,
Oh,
I
Well,
try to.
okay. Well, do you have any in mind?
I have one for next year.
What?
Get my skydiving license
So you can go on your own.
so I can go on my own. That's the goal.
Okay.
Do enough jumps to get my skydiving license next year.
How many times do you need to jump?
I've jumped twice, so I only need one more.
I've got a few attempted jumps. Does that count?
Yeah.
I've attempted to jump a few times.
How many feet?
Like 2 stories.
Maybe if we add them up, if you like the sum of all those jumps might count for something.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Do you have a New Year's resolution?
Like, just like don't stop freaking the fuck out and just like post shit.
Yeah, that'd be good. Do you want me to one up you? I've
Yeah.
fucked up things I've been thinking about.
Yep.
You know when you see someone and like they have to shave their heads because they're probably going through like chemo or something.
Yes.
And then out of solidarity, the parents or friends or like a partner will then shave their head.
Yeah.
I want to see a video where like the partner shaves their head and the person with with cancer gets the ick from it.
Well, that's the thing is like not everyone can rock it.
Like they're like, oh my God, thank you for standing by me. And like, this is so wonderful what you're doing. And they get to the end and they're like, ooh,
No, because a little bit.
maybe
like,
don't visit. I've got this on my own.
You might
I've
be
got
like,
it.
okay, well now I have cancer and an ugly boyfriend.
Yeah. What if their head is like all dented and stuff? Like they got a weird shaped head under all that hair.
Do you think you got a head that would be okay for being bald?
Yeah, I've shaved my head before.
Really?
Yeah, for World's Greatest Shave.
Wow.
There was a kid in the year above me who did it and they shaved his head and it was pretty bad, but no one was surprised either just based on who this kid was. He just had like brown spots all over his head and people were like, what is that? And like the clippers were getting stuck and they were like, what's that? They realized this kid hasn't like washed his hair in years. Just doesn't do it. He was a weird guy and yet when they shaved it, everyone was like, ooh, maybe wear a hat because there was just brown spots all over his head and it was literally just like dirt. It was bad. That's what I mean. Imagine your boyfriend shaves his head and you're like, you're like, fuck, I didn't think stage 3 could get worse. But here we
Bryce
are.
washes his hair too much. Okay, you got to calm down.
Man's
dude.
got some straight hair.
Yeah, he washes it. He washes it,
Dude,
He washes it every time. Every time you don't look at him for long enough, he's washing it.
his hair is so straight. It's asking why there isn't an International Men's Day.
He's washing it, and we're going through shampoo, man. I'm like, you gotta let it get gross.
I can't scroll on my laptop with these gloves on. Oh, have you seen like acai shops opening up everywhere?
What? Yeah, maybe if we're in 2015.
No, dude, bro, you go out west, everyone's opening up, and the theory is they're all like money laundering.
I was
show-
gonna say because that is a trend that sort of should have been.
I'll show
Plateaued
you
already.
this video. This guy just opened one up. Oh my God, there's fucking green fur everywhere. Acai bowl.
Yeah, you're gonna be coughing up hairball for weeks. Sorry. Sorry about it.
But they called it like they were trying to be like, oh yeah, it's not a money laundering thing. But then they named it after like the Goodfellas or the Sopranos or
Yes.
I'm trying to find. I don't think I can find it. If I can find it, I'll add it in later. But yeah, oh, is this it? I don't. No, I can't find it. But you just see them popping up everywhere, run by people that you're like,
You don't care about superfoods.
I found it. It's called Acai Underworld or Acai. This was like their.
I love my favorite drum and bass band, Acai Underworld.
I'm trying to show you a video.
Sorry,
Shut the fuck up.
I was trying to make a funny podcast. Are you good? I was trying to make the podcast funny. Sorry, you were trying to find a video for 30 seconds. I was trying to riff in thin air, treading water, holding up the podcast. Sorry. Please show me the video.
Hey, it's Bill from Acai Underworld. Wait. Come with me. Where are you going? Behind me. I'm here, a few steps away, baby. Right.
So it's this man.
Vince from next set, Jim, down at St. Mary's, 516 Great Western Highway. As you can see, it's a couple of steps away from Acai Underworld.
Not to
The-
generalize,
the-
but he looks how he sounds.
The first part of the video, it's just them saying that there is a gym, but this is him introducing it.
We're not here to take part, we're here to take over, mate.
Yeah, well, they got the Lebanese drums out.
As you can say,
It's giving Lakemba, but it's good.
As you can hear, he goes, "We're not here to take part. We're here to take over," which is a line that Conor McGregor used
course.
before like a UFC fight. It's just very funny to be like, "We're not here to take part in the acai industry. We're here to fucking take over." Like they're gonna run everyone out of business. That
It's
seems
a
very,
berry. What
like-
are you taking over?
bro. Oh, I'll tell you,
Also,
we're not here. Imagine going, hey, could I get 2 acais? Of course you want 2. We're not just here to take part, mate. We're here to take over.
minimum 40 acai bowls.
You need to have 50. And then the sign at the front of the place is literally like the Sopranos logo and font, and which is a weird thing because when
Too
the
much.
stereotype recently has become they're all money laundering schemes, and then you name your company Acai Underworld and it has the font, logo, and billboard that is exactly the same as a show that was all about a crime family.
I think it's great. I think it's camp, and I think they should keep it.
You're powdering your nose.
No, I'm just like redoing some of my makeup because I realized I did it like 48 million hours before this podcast even started.
So I'm trying to get my fucking Grinch glove back on. I got a question for you.
Please.
Do you think, I saw someone else talking about this on a podcast and I wanted to use it because it's a great question. Do you think you could take your mum in a fight if she was the age you are right now?
No chance.
You reckon your mum would fuck you up?
My mum would fuck me up.
Why?
Oh my gosh, she's insane. She's a really crazy lady.
What kind of
I
fight?
couldn't take my mum at the age she is now.
Is she like, would she be punching, scratching? Is she biting?
She'd have a concealed weapon.
Okay.
She'd have a gun, firstly.
Okay.
She'd already have called backup before you pissed her off.
Right. She could sense the
My mum is a
bullshittery
woman I do not underestimate.
you wouldn't cross.
There's
Okay.
nothing I fear like that, like the potential of that woman.
It's so funny because when you make her out to be like that, you try to think like, oh man, she probably needs like a crazy like fucking psycho boyfriend. But your stepdad's like,
It's like if a
hi
turtle,
guys, I made waffles.
yeah, if a turtle was a man.
I made waffles with smiley
Yeah.
faces on them.
He's like, yeah, he's kind of, he's like,
He's the sweetest guy, and I've only had like 2 conversations with him.
yeah. He's so nice, but he's like, yeah, he's like if a turtle was a man. No, because that's
He's literally a hot chocolate come to life.
That's gonna make me cry. I love him. That because she only dated psychos that were as psycho as her for her whole life.
Yeah.
And then she went, actually, I'm fucking done.
Actually, this
It was when
sucks.
she was like 45. She was like, actually, I want the nicest person in the whole world. And then he was like,
is.
hi. And she was like, yes, you. And then she was like, oh, actually, he's so cute. Love him, love him, love him.
It's like, how many times have you...
That's what happened to me.
How often do you shoot someone? He goes, well, sometimes I shoot my souffle a little bit too fast out of the oven. That's just a souffle joke for you. Sorry.
Yeah, that's literally, it's Al.
You know what I've been saying recently?
What? What?
Yeah, well, I get a lot of joy out of this. Anytime people are like, what are you going to do for the rest of the day? I'll tell them about my day. And then at the end, I just say, then I'll probably just go home, sit on the couch and K-hole in front of the cats.
And how are they, how's that being received?
I laugh so hard. I don't know what their reaction is. It makes me laugh every time. The idea of like,
I'm glad.
Yeah, we got to do groceries. I got to drop some stuff off at the post office. I think we're going out for Mexican. They'll probably just come home, sit on the couch, K-hole in front of the cats. Please at your Christmas lunches, when your grandparents
Say
are asking like,
K-hole
what are
in
you
front
up
of
to?
cats.
Be like, oh, uni's good. I do uni. Then I like work at a pub at night, and then I'll usually come back home, so it'll be late. So I'll probably just K-hole in front of the cats.
I think cats always look like they're K-holing.
That's what I mean. K-holing in front of the cats. They're just like, we know what's going on right
Yeah.
now.
Do you know, have we talked about nangs on the podcast before? Because I can't watch people do nangs.
I've never done them.
Neither have I, and I don't think I ever will. Surely we've talked about this.
I don't know. It just seems like one of those drugs where it's like, with weed, at least it's a plant, so you can be like, it's natural, and then, and even cocaine like comes from a plant, and then it's mixed with like chemicals. But with nangs, it's just
everything's
like
a chemical, but like nangs, it's like you can watch the brain cells
But
disappearing.
nangs is like, there's nothing. It's just so it's like, it's a canister, like it's a metal canister and a balloon.
And for anyone
That's-
in the US or Canada, nangs is
Whippets.
whippets.
But in my head, like those two things just sounds like, yeah, I get a car exhaust and then I put a plastic bag over it and I huff
Right?
that. That's what
Oh.
it sounds like to me.
It's me and my computer in a plastic bag together.
Yeah.
Huffing it in when it's huffing and puffing and blowing the house down.
Yeah, I put a bit of cling wrap around my oven. I put my head in.
I don't like it at all, and I hate to see how people look really ugly when they do it, and I don't want that caught in 4K.
Yeah, it's not like you can smoke a
not a
cigarette and
hot-
look really cool.
You
can look
even
hot
when
as
you're,
fuck.
Even when you smoke a J, you look kind of
Yeah,
like people's eyes look a bit smiley. It's like kind of cute. Nangs,
no one
you
looks
look
good.
bad. You look ugly. That's why
You look
I haven't done MDMA, because I'm too scared I'll look fucked. Because I look fucked anyway.
Yeah,
I do some weird shit.
but people when they're doing nangs look like a toddler at a party who's just come down from a sugar high, just like blowing out the balloon.
That's so true.
Looks like they're about to crash after having their sugar high.
And when their eyes roll back and they kind of like lay backwards, I'm always like, I get the ick. I get the ick about people.
We had that when I was in a hideout festival in Croatia, and they were everywhere. It was all British people. I cannot explain this entire suburb. I'm not joking when I say the path, because they would get knocked off the road. The path was just full. It's like when you leave a festival and there's cups everywhere. Replace
Yeah.
cups with nangs. They were everywhere. You were slipping over. And like girls would come up to you and be like, hi, how you doing? Where are you from? Australia. I love Australia.
There is one.
Have you got any nangs? And there would be people at the festivals walking around with boxes of nangs that you could buy, and then there'd be other guys who'd be walking around with the canisters where you'd break them open or whatever the fuck you do with them.
There is one Australian influencer, kind of like internet personality, that I would not drop by name with a anything held to my head, because I actually really like her. I get along with her really well. But like, fuck, am I never ever ever getting into beef with her, even if I didn't like her. But she had the Nang box of like empty Nangs in her house. I'm talking like a box that I thought a TV came in. Filled
Wow.
to the brim, filled to the brim, filled to the brim.
Because the thing, you can just keep doing them over and over and over and over. But then it's one of those things where like so many people just go, oh shit.
Yeah, but is that like doing shots? I don't know.
Is it like doing shots?
Like a Nang? Like, is it like doing...
No, because when you do a nang, from what I
It, like,
understand,
goes.
it's like it comes like you go and then you come back because you're like it blocks the oxygen to your
Go
brain.
and then you come back.
Yeah, it blocks the oxygen to the brain. So you have this high for like 20 seconds. I don't know how long it is, but then you come back and you're like, all right, and you can do it again. Whereas shots, it's like it's a build up.
Yes.
You get more drunk when doing shots. I don't think you get more nangy for every nang you do.
You catch more honeys with Nangs than when you had a dream you could do anything. Have you seen that video?
I have seen that video.
Good.
Have you seen that kid did a follow-up YouTube video and he was like, this is what I was
Yes,
trying to say. And they got him to say some really
yes.
eloquent thing.
That was really sweet. He seemed really nice.
Dog talk is too sad. I don't want to be on dog talk anymore. Because it starts off as puppies. And it starts off cute. It's wearing an outfit. Oh my God, golden retriever meetup. And then you're watching a video and it's like,
And then we
here's
put it
her
down.
here's her at 3 weeks and here's her at 14 years. And then it's like, and then just like a picture of a parcel. And it's like, are those her ashes?
Yeah, and
And
it
they're
is
like, she.
a plaque.
And then it'll be like, oh, big day out with our dog. And it's like, oh my God, she's gone to the beach, she's having a puppuccino. And they're like, oh my God, they gave her chocolate. She can't eat that. And they're like, it's her last day, so we thought we'd give her one. I'm like, I can't be here.
Yeah,
This is too sad.
that's me with
Because
like,
then I look at Bailey, who's sitting next to me. I'm like, you're not allowed to get old. You stay like this.
yeah, see, yeah. That's me with old people. I'm on old people talk. Like old couples, like where the guy will be like sitting there in the nursing home with his wife and being like, this one guy, he's holding her hand. He's like, you sure are pretty. And she's like, stop it. He's like, you're really beautiful. And like, they're like 80, 85, 90. And I just cry and cry and cry on that app. Holy fuck.
Yeah. I need it. It's anytime TikTok finds out what you like, they're like, you know
And
what?
they hurt you with
You know
it.
what's stronger than loving something? Losing something you love. You like dogs? Let me show you some dead ones. Oh, how cute are these old people in their love? Let me show you after he's gone and she's by herself and how she's coping.
Yeah.
Like you can't, like that's just
It's
how it goes.
crazy. It's insane. They shouldn't do it. I have something to talk about.
Okay.
And this is you know what really grinds my gears? I fucking hate traditions on Christmas and boring people who have no personality except for sticking to a tradition. Grow up. Okay, I was just thinking about different families and how traditionally you do things. Some families, it's nice and they have traditions and it's fun for everyone. But some families, it's not even like a tradition that they started. They're just very concerned with what is supposed to be done on a holiday.
Right.
Or a custom or anything. I was thinking about, and for some reason, when I think about all my exes, no one annoys me as much as like my high school ex-boyfriends, one of them, the main one, his mum. Because I knew him and I were like a primary school couple and then like dated like on and off throughout high school. But like when I think about my ex in terms of him, I think about his mother because that was the real person I was beefing with for all of those years. He's nothing.
Was
He's
she in his ear?
very much.
She's not good news.
Oh, I was
I've heard
I
her
was from the wrong side of the tracks.
I've heard her type 5. It's not very good.
Well, she used to say to him, "She is blackmailing you just because you cheated on her."
Oh, fellas, write that one down. That's a good one to use if you're ever in a pickle.
I was like,
Fellas, if a girl catches you and you're just balls deep in her best friend, just be like, this is bad, but you better not blackmail me.
This is when he cheated on me at a threesome. Have I ever told this on the pod? Fuck it, I
He
don't
cheated
care.
on you having a threesome?
Oh my God, with people that asked me to have a threesome with them.
What, dude?
I can't keep up with my stories either. But for any new listeners or a remix for people, anyone who's heard this before, I don't think, maybe I haven't told it. So we were in like year 12, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so his friends were like friends with like he had a friend and his friend had a girlfriend and we were like got along pretty well. But his friend and that girlfriend messaged me and were like, "Would you?"
How old are you? 12? That's crazy.
I'm like 17.
Damn, what the fuck?
It was not the first threesome I'd had.
That's insane,
I had a
dude.
threesome when I was like 16. It's crazy.
I was just like hoping a woman would look at me, let alone two of them fuck me at the same time.
I was a really early bloomer.
No shit.
I was a really early bloomer.
You weren't an early bloomer. You were like when you go to Flower Power and you buy a flower that's already like fully grown.
You bought the tree. You
They
bought
were
the,
like-
you,
They
they
were
put
like, I
the
would
tree
like the
on the
seed.
semi-trailer.
I would like the seed. No, we'll give you the entire fucking bush.
Yeah, I think about it now and I'm like, I was doing adult shit and I was a little baby. And I just
Yeah.
thought I was growing up.
God.
Yeah, I was at the stage of my relationships at 17 years old where we were like, let's spice it up. How crazy is that?
Okay.
You can just, guys, take it if you're young. Firstly, I don't know if you're allowed to listen to this podcast. Secondly, take it slow. You've got all the time in the world.
Yes.
Be a kid.
I'm a prime example of someone who was just like, I want to lose my virginity as fast as possible. And so that one meant nothing to me. It was literally like ticking a box.
Yeah.
It does. If you're a dude listening right now and you're like 16, 17, 18, 19, and you're around friends who think it's like, oh, you need it, you have to lose it, and for every year that goes by that you don't lose it, you're like less of a man or that's embarrassing. It's not. I guarantee like these dudes who are like younger are usually going to have bad experiences or not know what they're doing, or they're usually guys who have just watched a bunch of porn and they're like, I know exactly what. Don't rush yourself.
It's literally fine. It feels exactly how you think it's going to feel. Kind of.
Dry, hollow. They offered to have a threesome with you.
Oh, yes. And I was like,
How do they offer? Do they say like, hey, do you want you down?
they messaged basically by being like, we should, haha. And I was like,
Okay.
what? And I was like, and I like backed. So I can't remember. Obviously, it was like 2016. I can't remember how I got out of that conversation, whatever. But I like didn't really. I kind of gave like a bit of a non-answer because I was like, what the hell? What the hell? And then I didn't bring it up to
Were they two girls or a guy and a girl?
a guy and a girl. And I didn't know how to bring it up to the boyfie because I was like, fuck, what do I tell him that his friends are trying to sleep with me?
So
and then,
was that guy and a girl, were they a thing or were they just like hooking
yeah,
up?
they were together.
Okay.
They were a couple.
Cool.
And then me and my boyfriend are having like a lot of other problems at this time anyway. So I was at his house and we were like fighting about something. And we were fighting about, so I was going to bring up like, hey, also your friends tried to fuck me. But I didn't bring it up because we're fighting about other stuff. And then I was in his bed crying. And I was like, anyway, I've really got to go. And I just got my license. And so I was like, in my big girl car. And so I was like, anyway, I've really got to go. I think I had to go to like work or something. I don't know where I had to go. And I was like, I have to leave. What are you doing for the rest of the day? And he was like, oh, blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah coming around.
Yes, I do remember this story now.
And I was like, what the fucking fuck? And I knew. I was like, motherfucker, they propositioned me. I said no, they propositioned you. You said yes, didn't you? And then I asked him that night. I was like, by any chance, did you have a threesome?
And he said yes.
And he was like, yeah.
I like that they weren't like, it has to be a girl or it has to be a guy. They were just like, just someone.
Anyone.
Just someone jump in. They were like when you go away to a fun summer camp and the people running are like, come on guys, they got the skipping rope. They're like, anyone jump in. Really, just anyone jump in whenever you're ready. We're both going to be here
They were
on
like-
either side.
We saw you across the bar and we thought your vibe was good enough.
But they just got that. They sent a group text to everyone in the bar with that.
Oh, yeah.
They were like, anyone.
They're the
anyone's
Domino's pizza of propositioning threesomes.
good. Yeah, as long as you guys, hey, we'll go anywhere. As long as if you can be here in 30 minutes, great.
Yeah.
That's the Domino's promise.
Looking for a third.
We'll stuff your crust.
That's it.
Yeah,
Any third.
literally anything.
Please.
Yeah.
Good riff.
Good riff.
Fuck, we were both on then, weren't we?
Yeah.
We were being comedians. I'm so sorry you guys had to witness it. Don't you hate it? Isn't that the ick?
Yeah, that
when we
happens.
start being comedians about something. God, tagging it up like no one's business. I never got to finish my story about, so this mum who hated me.
Yeah. Oh my God. Sorry for the people who listen and like follow along.
Yeah, so
You
sorry.
really
But
do
we
just
did
go-
loop back.
We did.
We did loop back. So she was just like, anytime she'd be like, what are you doing with your family for Christmas? And like, I'd just like, oh yeah, we do this. And like, even down to like Christmas dishes, she'd be like, oh, you don't make a this on Christmas? I'd be like, no, sorry, my family doesn't do turkey. Like, we just do a big lunch. It's fine. No one's gonna get like no one's going to jail because like we're getting together on Christmas. That should be traditional enough for you. It's a day of the year that we're abiding to, Susan. I'm sorry, that's her real name. You know what I mean? Like, calm your fucking fart. But you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to have a loving family and children who aren't little cunts, but you're not really adhering to that, are you, Susan? So, like, fight me. You know what I mean? You're supposed to raise a son with empathy. I didn't mean to pick up the scissors. They were just there. I think it was off camera, which is good.
Does that feel better to get out?
It felt really good.
I hear what you're saying. I agree. I've had family members argue because no one brought prawns one year.
Oh, I mean, I like prawns.
Oh, no. Okay.
But
So you
that's
get
not because-
Susan. So
well,
you get Susan.
No,
you
no,
are
no,
Susan.
no,
You're becoming Susan.
You either die young or live long enough to see you become Susan.
You're just like, she's so wrong. Like, you have to have like certain things you bring. Like prawns, you have to bring prawns every time.
No, but I think you should bring prawns to every social event.
You're
every
calling
time
your high school
anyone's at your
boyfriend.
house.
Calling your high school boyfriend up. Can I have a threesome with you and your mum? It's only fair after what you did to me.
Oh God. He's
Hey, buddy,
actually grim. He went to he went to like UCID and joined the a cappella group.
Awesome. Yeah, outside of, I think Pitch Perfect paints a very unrealistic version of what joining an a cappella group as a dude is like.
Yeah.
A lot more bow ties, a lot less women.
A lot more milady. A lot of miladies.
A lot more, hello, my lady, hello, my honey, hello, my ragtime gal.
Man, I was like, I wonder how he's doing. And I'd already grim when you know where boy band boyfriend ended up. But I was already with like boy band boyfriend. And then I was like, where's my other weird ex-boyfriend who liked music? And he was singing an a cappella version of Imagine Dragons.
That's the dream.
I was like, it's
He's at the
okay.
back just dum 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 dum
Waking up, cracking dust, wrap my brow and I sweat over. I'm waking up, I feel it in my body. Yuck.
Yuck. You want to give some Secret Santa gifts? You want to get out of here? We probably
Please.
should have done this earlier.
Are
But
you boiling?
yeah, I'm getting hot. I'm getting
Yeah.
sweaty.
Yeah.
The
Well,
Grinch
come
is
on.
moist under this.
Okay, we had Secret Santa and we had a $7 budget. Wonderful.
Who'd you get for Secret Santa?
I can't tell you.
Okay, I can't tell you either.
Okay, so this is from my Secret Santa.
Oh, I wonder who it's for. $7 budget, keep in mind. Why did we pick $7? No reason.
Just feels good.
felt like a right number.
Feels good.
7 feels good.
Feels good.
Your synesthesia was like 7 feels good.
7, remember? Sexy.
What'd you get?
I got,
Is that for me?
It's you. You're my Secret Santa. These are really beautiful. Now these you might even have a similar thing to these, but not in this colorway. I saw this colorway and I was like, these are kind of the most cunty little versions of these I've ever seen. Why are they beautiful?
Fish slippers.
But they're silver.
They're amazing. Are these $7?
Yeah.
Where did you get these for $7? I wouldn't put it. I'd pay nothing
Maybe
less than
400.
$50. I'd pay nothing less than $50 for a pair of
Aren't they
these.
kinda sick?
Look at that.
They were
This goes actually. That kind of works with the Grinch outfit,
right?
right?
Don't you reckon they're really like why are they
They're kind of
because usually they're like kind of green and brown.
The crazy thing is, I'm going to get so much use out of these.
I've thought that because you're so like
This is awesome. This
Beach.
is so nice. You think I'm wearing these at the beach?
yeah, like I saw them and you know what? I didn't even anticipate
I really like the color.
when I saw them. I wasn't like these are for Lockie. I was like me, and then they were huge. I was like, you know what? They're for Lockie.
Do you know this would be a great? I really want to make a fake Tinder profile just as the Grinch.
With a fish. Oh, that's good.
There's your cover art.
There's your cover art.
Okay. All right. For my Secret Santa,
Who did you get?
I got you. And I thought, what would the Grinch get someone for Secret Santa with a budget of $7?
Cole.
So I had to get you something like along the divorced uncle route. Like, what's your divorced uncle getting you for Christmas? For $7.
Like a chocolate bar from the server.
Wrong. $7 worth of $1 scratchies. That's
the
what's
best
up.
gift ever.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey,
That's the best gift ever. What the hell?
I was going to say...
Because you might have just gotten me, how many?
I got you 7 of them.
70,000.
I just... It's got to be... Probably, knowing the odds, it's probably like
Zero.
anywhere between $30,000 to $70,000. I was thinking, let's do the wrap-up here. I will add in... We're going to get you to scratch all of these, and then we'll turn it back on to let people know how much you won.
Yes. 20. We got 3, 5. Man, they don't want.
On your last one,
I'm on my last one.
and then we can tell people how much you made.
5. I made the $7 back.
You won $5 in the last one,
Yes.
and we won $2 in another one.
Yes.
So we've made it back. We need to go buy 7 more.
Yes. We have to buy 7 more.
All right. Well, we've won $7 on the scratchies. All right, guys. Merry Christmas. Like we said, this is the last episode for a little while, so we'll be back soon. We hope you have a wonderful Christmas, a wonderful New Year's. Be safe. Take care of yourselves. Anything to say, Eden?
I love Scratchy so much.
Okay. Love you. Miss you. Bye.